What would you do if one day you are happy with friends and family in a village, and then the next day your village is on fire and everyone is killed but you? Hello everyone, this is Yusuf for Video Game Plot Summaries, and today we finally get a look at Tenchu Fatal Shadows. So this story only has Ayame from the original games. There is no mention of Rikimaru because the story happens after the very first Tenchu, where he dies in the end. So the chronological order is Tenchu 2, Tenchu 1, Tenchu 4, and then Tenchu 3. Ayame basically roams the land of Goda, looking for cases to solve. She still works for Lord Goda, but she doesn't wait for his orders before she acts. Anyway, so Ayame is out on patrol and sees a village on fire, which isn't uncommon in times of war. But then she investigates further and she notices that it is a ninja village. Ayame finds the head of the village right after he's been fatally wounded by a beautiful woman he called Futaba. She hears Ayame's footsteps and plays dead on the ground. Ayame runs up to the head of the village and he says, "Kuroya," and whispers something in her ear right before he dies. I guess that is more important than saying, "That bitch on the ground isn't dead. She is the one who shot me." I often wondered how much information I would be able to get out before I would die from being mortally wounded. Unfortunately, I've seen a fair amount of people get shot by police in the news, and many of them seem to last long enough to express very clearly their displeasure with being shot. It kind of kills the trope of the guy who talks like they're pooping at the same time as dying, and that's why they can't tell you vital information. They have mouth constipation, right? While this is happening, Futaba, still unnoticed, tries to assassinate Ayame when a young, enraged girl named Rin comes running up on Ayame, thinking that Ayame was the one who killed her master and Futaba. Ayame is cool as a cucumber, like,
"Look, I doubt you're gonna believe anything I say. So let's just get this over with."
So they fight and Rin loses. Ayame asks Rin who Kuroya is, but Rin doesn't know. Ayame spares her life and Rin tries to pursue only to get smoke bombed like an amateur. In the aftermath, Rin notices that Futaba is still slightly alive. Futaba, with her fake-ass dying breath, directs Rin to the next stage. Rin just believes that Futaba is dead and goes on her mission of vengeance. Ninjas don't do much investigation, do they? You would think after seeing and causing so much death, they would be able to see a crime scene immediately. Oh well. Before Rin is out of Futaba's eyesight, Futaba reaches out to snipe Rin and is stopped by Lord Juzo of the Kuroya. For some reason, he wants her to live. Juzo and the rest of his crew, Ronzo, who looks like a sadistic creep, and Shinobi, who looks honorable but crazy, saw everything. Ronzo inquires about Ayame, and Juzo tells him to lure Ayame to Hakokage and send Shinobi along to make sure Ronzo doesn't do something too creepy.
You're no fun.
So Ayame is led to Hakogake through some intel possibly leaked by Ronzo. It's not fully explained how, but she is following Juzo to a secret meeting. Once she gets there, she finds out that the secret meeting is to see his girlfriend. Ayame is so disappointed she complains out loud. The girlfriend hears her and calls her out, but Juzo knew Ayame was shadowing him the whole time. With her stealth mission blown, Ayame steps out to challenge Juzo directly. But before he even draws his umbrella, the girlfriend is like, "Chill, lover. I got this. You go on ahead." So, it's Ayame versus a no-name girlfriend, and it's a sorry sight to see. This girl fights slightly worse than my wife IRL, and that's pretty damn sorry. After she gets her butt kicked, she reaches out to Lord Juzo to ask him to administer the final blow, and I just gotta play this scene. Lord Juzo is on some pimp shit for sure.
Did you forget? I told you, I hate needy women.
Fair
It'd
enough.
be a shame for you to start now.
Forgive me, my lord.
You two finished yet?
Your eyes are different. There is much fire in them. I shall enjoy your company tremendously.
You wish!
Good. That's a good girl. I shall meet you again in the afterlife.
Damn! Let go of me!
But it was too late.
There's a different path you can take in which Juzo kills the girl when she doesn't ask for his help. So a while later, Rin started living with a group of assassins that protect the area of Iwatsu. In order to pay for her training and lodging, she takes on assassination missions with her partner, Kichigoro. Now, Kichigoro actually looks like he would be a great ninja. He's smart, skilled, and has a face that makes him unremarkable. I'm sure he gets information super easy. Put a janitor jacket on that guy, and he can eavesdrop on all the boss's phone conversations. Anyway, her mission is to kill Toshinari Katsuragi of the Iwazuke clan. Oh, jeez. It's like my fourth take, and I still can't say 3 big Japanese words in a row. That's harsh. She's so cute. She has to write her target's name on her hand so she gets it right.
That dude really needs it warm in there.
Toshinari Katsuragi of the Iwazuke clan. That's you, right?
And so she handles him with ease, and Kichigoro and her leave. A moment later, Ayame shows up. She saw everything, but the fight happened so fast she couldn't make herself known. She recognizes Rin, but doesn't know her name. Rin's next target is the masseuse named Natsu. Rin gets her share of the money from her boss, Lady Razor Ogin of the Benia, and heads to Natsu's place of business. About halfway there, she runs into Ayame. Ayame just wants to talk, but Rin still thinks Ayame killed the village elder, so she comes after Ayame. After a spirited fight, Ayame calls out for whoever is watching them to show themselves. It's Futaba. Rin is like, wait, if you are here, I thought you were dead. How are you alive? Futaba is still salty about Juzo not wanting her to die and starts name-dropping like a noob. Now that Ayame has put the puzzle together, she tries to wake Rin up to realize that Futaba is responsible for the village being set on fire. Rin is still dumbfounded and allows Futaba an opening to graze Rin with an arrow. Rin goes into a rage but stops short of killing Futaba because she feels the poison. I would have still killed her ass though, but that's just me. Rin stumbles back and Futaba takes aim to kill Rin with another poisonous dart. Ayame, however, takes the dart in his shoulder and throws Rin off the bridge because she is just worthless at this point. Like, how in the hell are you gonna lose to a chick with darts? Ayame tries to get away but drops the sister's bell that represents her bond with Princess Kiku, her master's daughter. She has to turn back to get it, but faints. Now, I would have been okay with her fainting like 3 steps out. The Sisters' Bells is a little too obscure a reference for this episode of Tenchu. In the last Tenchu, Princess Kiku requested that Ayame take the Sisters' Bells with her, and it turned out that they were made from a secret stone that helped her fight with the main boss. There's no reason for her to have this bell now, though. Gotta get that fan service in there. Anyway, so Rin gets out of the water and is not super affected by the poison because I guess it grazed her. So she decides to finish the mission anyway. She catches Nasu with a sword from under the massage room right when he was about to rape a girl he just temporarily paralyzed. Great. She tells Kichigoro that she has to handle some extra business, and they both leave this paralyzed woman with the dead Nasu laying on top of her. That's pretty inconsiderate. On one hand, I'm not going to get raped. On the other hand, I have to wait until I get my feeling back while my would-have-been rapist is bleeding all over my kimono. She's gonna need a psychiatrist after this for sure. In the other path, Rin comes in the door and frees the girl when Nasu's back is turned. Rin now knows where Ayame is being held. She finds the poison antidote even though she doesn't know what the poison is, and finds Ayame's well-hidden holding cell, and tosses Ayame the antidote. Ayame must retrieve that sister's bell, so she asks Rin to deliver a message in her stead to a dude named Mimizuku and gives her the passcode. Ayame moves through Kuroya Manor and finds Shinobi holding onto the sister's bells. He's pretty cool because he uses that One Piece Roanoa Zoro 3-blade technique. He freely gives back the bell and tells her that he doesn't know why she's after the Kuroya. She doesn't really answer him, but she tells him he's basic because he kills for money. He's not innocent like Rin, who kills for money. That's sexist. Anyway, he one-ups her like, I'm actually a psychopath. I just like killing people. This is the guy who is supposed to keep Ronzo in check? Ayame kills him and leaves. In the meantime, Rin catches up to the Goda operative, Mimizuku, only to find out that he is her partner, Kichigoro. She hands him the letter and asks him why Ayame and he are involved in this fight with the Kuroya. He tells her that they do it because they have a loyalty to their country. He also gives her parting advice, telling her she cares a little too much to be a killer, and that if she's going to be an assassin, she's gotta be stone cold. He probably witnessed all that stuff that happened with Futaba at the bridge when she stood there like an idiot. Without Kichigoro, the Benia is really low on assassins. Lady Razor gives Rin a letter to take to Zenosuke asking for help. Zenosuke is the boss of Tenchu from the last game. Rin gives him the letter. He reads it and informs Rin that Lady Razor's life is in danger. Rin starts to run back, but Zenosuke halts her, saying,
Wait. Very sloppy. If you wish to sneak up on someone, it works best when you don't breathe so heavily.
Not bad. For an old man.
Juzo is a pretty smart leader. He knows that Ronzo will try to torture Ayame, so he sends Shinobi to watch him. He knows that Futaba is a hater for Rin. I mean, she was probably just supposed to deliver the message at the bridge and leave. But she can't do that because she's so salty that Juzo saved Rin that she has to go on a rant every time they meet, giving away little tidbits of his plan. That's probably why
I told you, I hate needy women.
Because they are so hard to control when they love him and other women are around. Now, I don't want to sound sexist, so I'll put it like this. What if you were working a job and wanted to get promoted? You were right in line for it, but then instead of promoting you, your boss hires someone else they think is better for the job. Anyone would be salty about that. The manager, knowing how you are, would have to keep a close eye on you for a while because you are going to be doing a bunch of salty crap. Anyway, Futaba goes into a rant just like before, but her brother is like, "Just do what you are supposed to do, sis." Futaba then issues the ultimatum. Rin can kill Zenosuke and join the Kuroya, or they will kill everyone. Rin is like, "F that, you guys are a bunch of lying murderers." And Futaba is like, "You kill people you don't know for money. How is that better?" Rin is like, "Bitch, you killed all my friends and family. Remember that shit? You think I have a choice? This is personal." So Rin has to fight both of them and still wins. Futaba loses and still has the nerve to ask why Rin is so special. She's an exceptional assassin and she's like 13 or something. She just won a 2-on-1 fight with some grown killers. She still ain't a badass like Ayame though. Real talk. Anyway, Zenosuke witnesses this and tells Rin to go home and they will follow soon. The brother tries to sneak attack, but he is secretly killed by an acupuncture needle. Rin leaves and the silent assassin comes out. It's Tenchu with this summertime fun outfit. So the letter actually said that Lady Razor is going to Kuroya to discuss what they want from the Benia. I mean, I don't know how many assassins they have, but I'm guessing it's just Rin. I'm speculating that Lady Razor's letter to Zenosuke was to take care of Rin should she not come back. Lady Razor goes to Kuroya by herself and unfortunately runs into Ronzo the creep. And she tries to explain her position, but Ronzo is like, "I can't wait to see your smug face change as I torture you." But just as he gets happy, Ayame shows up. This is lucky for Lady Razor. Ayame doesn't know her. She just came to kill the Kuroya for destroying that village and go home. You actually don't have to kill Ronzo here. If you avoid him for a minute and a half, he will simply escape. Either way you slice him, or don't slice him, Ayame will free Lady Razor like, "Are you good? I got somewhere to be right now." And Lady Razor is like, "Yup, I've been through worse. You could at least say thank you." Anyway, as soon as Ayame leaves, Rin shows up and Lady Razor collapses to the ground. Razor assures Rin she is fine. She just needs to lay there for a moment. That's when Rin is like, "I found the people that murdered my village and I'm an assassin now and I don't know what to do." Lady Razor tells Rin that as an assassin of the Benia, she is not permitted to kill out of grief or anger. So her doing that would put her in a lot of trouble. With that said, she officially gives Rin an assignment to assassinate all of the Kuroya clan by handing her the money that seals the contract. Well, in that case... Now, real talk. If Lady Kuroya wasn't doing me a favor, I would have haggled for a better wage. This is the same amount of money Lady Razor gave Rin for the masseuse. Now you want her to kill a whole clan for the same wage? Rin has already killed 2 members of the clan, so where's my money? I hope Rin gets rightly compensated after all this is over. Anyway, Rin gets to the shore of Kuroya and runs into a man named Sho shredding the hell out of a shamisen. He's jamming on that. He's surrounded by the weapons of all his dead comrades. When he finishes, he takes a shot at Rin. I mean a real shot, like with a gun, not a shot like, oh, you're who bought you that dress? It looks like a, a potato bag with a belt on it. A real shot. Anyway, I always think the idea of hiding weapons in your guitar is cool, but it has to affect the way you play, right? Like El Mariachi. Anyway, they fight and Sho loses. As he is about to die, Juzo shows up and allows Sho to put his lipstick on. He even provides a mirror. Then, at Sho's request, Juzo executes him. So, I guess Juzo is sexist. He wouldn't kill his girlfriend that tried to fight in his honor, saying,
I hate needy women.
but then he allows this man to put on makeup and gives him an honorable execution? It's an old-timey story, but it is a little suspect. So, all that's left is Rin and Juzo. Rin asks Juzo why he destroyed the village. Juzo explains in a flashback.
You're leaving the village?
I tire of doing the work of others. From here, I will live by my own hand.
Arrogance. A ninja lives and dies by the shadows.
No, I refuse to obey the meaningless orders of those who are too old and decrepit to do anything else.
Once you have left, you shall be disavowed.
Meh.
I'm aware of the consequences. I have already made arrangements.
Traitor!
Then he makes his cliche proposal. Marry me and have my baby so we can build the Kuroya. I wonder if this was his plan all along. If Futaba knew the plan, it would explain why she was so incredibly salty, but it doesn't explain why she didn't know why Rin was so special. So Rin hears this and is like, the fuck? You murdered my family and friends, you son of a... Just then a knife comes out of nowhere and cuts the mask off her back. Apparently that is where she was keeping her money. That's a horrible place. Don't you have a wallet? I feel like a wallet was one of the basic things that they would explain in assassin school. Hey, you're carrying around a bunch of gold change and you're trying to be stealthy. Here, use this stealth wallet and the change won't give you away. Oh, I'm cool. I'll just use my mask. She is A-level number 1. Anyway, however, I think this is interesting symbolism. I'm not an English major or anything, but it was just revealed that Juzo is tired of taking orders from the elders of the Hagakure village. All of them had the same mask that Rin is sporting, so that mask is a symbol of the village that Rin carries around. Lady Razor interrupting her rant about the past and Hagakure by stripping Rin of her one keepsake is pretty clever to me. I didn't think of it on my playthroughs because Lady Razor's voice tells you exactly what she meant. It kind of kept me from absorbing what the story was trying to show me, and so I'm appreciating it now. With that said, Rin forgets about the past and focuses on the mission, picks up her mask, and does her introduction.
Juzo, leader of the Kuroya. That's you, right?
And with that said, that is the end of the story. Enjoy the ending.
Can you no longer stand to live in the shadows?
Yours is a world of ranks and castes. I have not the patience for it.
You forget your place in this world.
Perhaps some shinobi adhere to your code, but a true shinobi follows no one.
So you are determined to leave.
I shall walk by the light of the sun, and the land shall be covered in the darkness of my shadow.
Rin may have been able to bring hope into your darkened soul.
You speak of hope?
Just the mumblings of an old and decrepit man.
Hope. Who would have known that having only one eye would lead me to such a pitiful fate?
Farewell.
The shadow. Perhaps I always belonged in darkness.
You're not going anywhere.
Whoa.
You're mine.
You finished the job?
Yeah. Thanks for the help.
Help? Don't know what you're talking about. Things are about to get complicated.
I know.
What now, kid?
Too late to turn back. No more running.
See you around.
yeah. I am Rin of the Benya.
What the hell is that all about? There was like absolutely nothing that tipped you off as to what the hell that was. That was so weird.
Time to go home.
With all right, everybody. Just for clarification's sake, there are two endings, and both of them are very similar. So I just mix and match the endings so that you could get the whole experience of both of the endings. You know, the first ending just has Ayame saying goodbye, kid, and then she hears the noise, but it's all completely the same almost. In the Ren of the Benia one, there's a, you know, it's a couple of little scenes there that you wouldn't miss. They don't add any significance, just a slight different perspective. But anyway, oh yeah, if you let Ronzo go as Ayame, then it would set up the Ren ending, which is when he shows up and tries to kill Ayame, and then Ren kills him in like one move. That's the true ending. Otherwise, just a random ninja shows up and the same thing happens. So, you know, big surprise. That was a lot of difference. Anyway, what did you guys think about the story? I thought it was pretty good. Better than I remembered. Okay, you know, like I always say, because I do these video game plot summaries, it actually highlights the story a lot more in my head, you know, and how much Rin was attached to that mask. You know, they set it up at the beginning of the game, and I didn't really include that clip at the beginning of the video game plot summary, but I included at the end when Rin got away from her village and she found the mask and put it on her face and said she was going to avenge everybody, and she put it on her face while she was crying under it. You know, that was how they set up the importance of that mask, you know, and then they reinforced the importance of the mask by having her put the mask on her face as the you know, when she's about to do the assassination, because she'd always take the mask off like immediately, so it didn't matter. But it was because she was being trained as a ninja in that village that she thought it was appropriate to always put that damn mask on to you know, show that she was a killer from the Hagakure village. But you know, as her story arc went on, she learned that everybody's dead from that village, so she needed to just stop using that damn mask. And everybody kept telling her to stop holding on to the past, and it was making her real emotional, and it's not the way to being an assassin. Assassin has the mission come first, you know what I mean? But she didn't quite understand what the hell anybody was talking about until that one moment where the mask got cut off, you know what I mean? Then she made the decision that she was going to finish the mission first. However, once she killed all of the Kuroya, then she absolutely didn't have a need for the mask anymore, right? I mean, she picked up the mask and took it with her because it was her, you know, keepsake of the village. But, you know, the village was going to have her marry that dude and she didn't do what the village asked her to do. You know, it's very weird. The man, Juzo, he was going to have Rin as a daughter, and the elders had decided upon that, right? And he decided to let her live because he still had an attachment to the village, whether or not he destroyed it or decided he was going to live his own life. You know, he couldn't let go of the fact that they wanted him to be with Ren. And so that was like essentially his own undoing. You know, he thought that he couldn't stop following the elders' decision, you know, even though he wanted to be out of it, you know. And Rin, she got in a different position where she found out what her well, I don't know if she found it out. They just did the flashback. I don't think he told Ren. But she had to let go of her village in order to move along. And right at the end of that story, she said, she took off the thing and was like, I'm Ren of the Benia. So she accepted her new position in life. That was the end of her story arc, you know. And I thought it was done really well. I mean, I'm glad there wasn't too much Ayame in it. You know what I mean? I mean, she did her thing. She was in half of the story, but really she was getting her own shit done and not really too concerned with Rin. She just wanted to help Rin along because she had faith in Rin. And, you know, I don't know. Ayame's always moving on girls' intuition. She tries to save a woman in in almost every installment that there is, you know, but she saved this one. She did a good job, even though she did it in her rough ass Azuma Ninja sort of way. Anyway, that's what I thought of the games, or the game's story. Beautiful story. I love the way it works out, and when there's death in it, then you can really kind of push the narrative. Otherwise, it's just no stakes. No stakes, no chicken. Anyway, I hope you guys have a nice time with these video game plot summaries. The next one should be Brave Fencer Musashi, and the one after that should be Mad World, and maybe the one after that will be Wet, the really cool showboat and gun game. That was a nice little grindhouse story. I like it a lot. If you guys have any requests, go ahead and hit me up. If you look at the other channel, the Dad's Free Time Let's Plays, there's a big, huge list of games that I've already played. So if in that list you feel like you would like to hear the story of any of these games, then, you know, let me know. It'd be nice to hear from somebody. All right. Everybody have a nice week, couple of weeks, month, whatever, how long it takes for me to put one of these out again. And I'll see you later. Peace.